Good morning and a very warm welcome to our assembly on Monday the 8th of June. It's lovely that you've joined us today for our first assembly of the term. Today we're going to be thinking about the importance of having a routine. This has become increasingly important while you're away from school and helping you complete your learning in the right times, but also it's a really useful thing to have as you go through life, as I'm finding out more and more. We're going to be looking at some of the ideas of how to help you structure your learning as we go, but also some ways of finding time to plan in those fun activities that you would like to do to make sure you get them completed each day. So we're looking at the week ahead, and obviously there are 7 days in a week, as we all know. Only 4 of those days currently we set learning tasks for you. That's Monday to Thursday. Friday we give you as a catch-up day. Then Saturday and Sunday is yours to do whatever you choose to do. For those of you who haven't engaged much with home learning so far since lockdown, it's important to know that you've now missed 45 hours of maths and 45 hours of English in this time that we will have to catch up at some point for you, and the work that some children have been doing at home has been really important in maintaining some of that progress for you. Don't forget you've also got your afternoon tasks using the subject learning grids, and it's important to plan those in as you go. We've deliberately kept learning to a minimum to make sure you've got time to do all the fun activities that you like to do, like your bike riding, the trampolining. We've seen lots of examples of these and lots of talk of the Xbox and other games consoles while we've been in our drop-in sessions with you. It's really good to find that you have been doing those as well. So what's the best way to plan your day? Well, what I like to do is get up early each morning and work out what I want to do each day. I have certain routines each week. Mondays I like to go for a bike ride. Tuesday I tend to have a walk and give my bottom a rest from the saddle. Wednesdays I tend to go for another bike ride. And then Thursdays, as it's the last day of the working week, and Friday I work from home, I tend to use the evening to set up my computer ready for the next days of work. But I'm sure you'll have lots of activities you'd like to plan into there as well. So maybe set those out at the beginning of the week so you know exactly what you'd like to be doing. Then checking your Google Classroom or your DV Primary. I guess that's a bit like me getting up every morning and checking my emails to see what I've missed overnight. I can then start to work out which of those I need to respond to first and which of them I can leave to a little bit later. What I tend to do is write myself a list, just in the order that they appear, and I'll work out which ones I'll look forward to doing and which ones I'm excited about doing, and those that I might find a little bit more challenging to get on with. I tend to put some times against them, just to give me an idea of how long each task is going to take. And then what I do, I set myself a little reward. So once I've completed this, I can then go and do this, which tends to quite often involve a piece of cake or a drink or a bit of exercise. When I'm in school, it also involves having a bit of a wander around, normally to see what's going on in the classrooms. That can be a really good way of motivating yourself and making sure you get those tasks done before you run out of the enthusiasm and energy. So as I say, when you write down the tasks for the day, so you know what your English and math task is, you might know what subject learning grid you've chosen to do today. Write those down just as they come to your head, and then decide which ones you're going to do first. As I said before, it doesn't matter which one you do in which order, as long as you get them done. I would suggest saving your very favourite task or very favourite subject until the end, as that one tends to be the one that you'll find easiest to complete. It also gets those least enjoyable, the trickiest ones done first and out of the way while your motivation is high. Leave yourself something fun to do at the end. Now, one of my favourite things to do is to procrastinate. Procrastinate means that you are delaying or postponing something, and I'm terrible for that when it's a task I don't want to do. And quite often I get to the end of the day and look down my list, and the thing I planned to do at the beginning of the day hasn't got done because I've done everything I can to distract myself from that task. Over the lockdown period, I've been very guilty of tidying my garage on more than one occasion just to avoid something that I really didn't want to do. I need to get back into a much better routine. I know we're all guilty of procrastination. I know it's one of the things that teachers and teams in school find really, really difficult. The other thing I like to do with my list is I tick things off as I go. It's very satisfying to see a page with lots and lots of ticks next to it. It also helps me to focus on what my next task needs to be. Also, just writing down a few of the tasks you need to do at a time and adding them as you go can be helpful so it doesn't look too overwhelming. Now, a couple of my favourite quotes here. You are what you do today, not what you say you'll do tomorrow. It's important to be active and to get things done and out of the way. Otherwise, tomorrow becomes a very, very, very big task and a very big challenge to get everything completed. When you delay things till tomorrow, it becomes a mystical land where 99% of all your productivity, all your motivation, and all your achievement is stored. Unfortunately, when you get to tomorrow, that becomes today, and tomorrow is still a way off in the future. So, as we come towards the end of this assembly, I would encourage you now to get yourself a pad of paper, a pencil or a pen, and write down all the things you need to do today and all the things you want to achieve before you go to bed tonight. Write down some fun things. It might be some cooking time with parents. It might be some time outside on the trampoline if the weather's nice today. It might be going for a bike ride. It might just be contacting your friends on your games console or on some other form of social media. Give yourself some time for each of those tasks. Write them down in the order you want to achieve them. But don't spend lots of time writing your list out because that's where you can lose time. Make sure you check your DB Primary or Google Classroom, get those things written down and work out what your day is going to look like. Now, before you get too stuck into procrastination, get onto Joe Wicks and complete his exercise for the day, which hopefully is there at the top of your list, and then work through your list and just see how successful you can be with everything planned out. Do let us know how you got on with your lists through our family's email address. We'd love to hear if it has helped you. I'm going to go and write my list very shortly for the rest of the day. Before I go, and just a reminder that this week we will be hosting some more class drop-ins. We have sent your mums and dads an invitation on parent mail, so do encourage them to fill that in. We do need your permission to make sure that you can take part, and also so we know where to send you the link to. Now, if you're in Bunbury class, Mrs Osborne, Mrs Grace, Miss Hoogan and Miss Finn will be meeting you tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Miss Hughes and Mrs Taylor will be online on Thursday at 1 o'clock for our classes drop-in. Dear class with Miss Bennett and Miss Simpson will be on Friday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Mrs Green and Mrs Moss along with Miss Mexter will be online on Thursday morning at 11 o'clock for Otter class. If you're in Foxfield class, Mr Clark and Mrs Smith are looking forward to seeing you on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. And Mrs Solomon and Mrs Smith will be online with Fox class on Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Do make sure, as I say, you ask your parents to fill in the form, just so we know that you've got permission to join in. Even if you're in school, we still do need that permission. If your parents have a problem with parent mail, ask them to contact us on families@betherston.kent.sch.uk and we'll help them out with whatever they need. Just a reminder of all the different ways to stay in touch with us while we are only able to welcome some children back into school. There's our website, our Twitter feed where you can see lots of examples of your learning which are shared by your teachers. We've got our YouTube channel which you're watching this video on right now, and we've also got our email addresses, our families@betherston.kent.sch.uk for any general inquiries from mums, dads, or if you want to send examples of your learning to us. And we've got our special safeguarding email address as well, where if you're worried or need some help, or if you're concerned about one of your friends' families, do get in touch and a member of staff will deal with that as quickly as possible. It's been lovely that you've joined us this morning. A very brief assembly, so you can now go off and start planning your day. Don't forget to check back on our YouTube channel on Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock for our very next Excellence Award, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for joining us and good luck with your list today.